I thought maybe it was the altitude of being up in Tahoe. It's not that high, but I'm looking for what is the reason for this. And I didn't know I had COVID at that time. My name is Gareth Williams. I've been a long time athlete back from childhood to varying degrees. I've always been physically active. I learned to swim the time I could walk. Not a professional athlete, even though I've done national championship triathlons. I'm still on that regime of full-time swimming several times a week, distance swimming several miles a day, several times a week, long bike rides, 50, 80, 75 miles several times a week, running several times a week. That's been my regime for probably about the last 6 or 7 years, up until I got COVID in 2022. I went out to San Francisco actually to do an event called Escape from Alcatraz, which is where they take you out on a boat to Alcatraz Island. You jump off the boat, you swim across San Francisco Bay, then you cycle for about 18 miles, I think it is, around San Francisco. It's very hilly. Then you do an 8-mile run on trail, on road, on sand. It's probably the most demanding physically and toughest triathlon that I've done. On the flight out there, that's where I most certainly got COVID, either on the airplane or in the airport, without doubt. I never had any symptoms of anything until we got to Sacramento. I was visiting family at the same time. A few days after we got there, I started getting the symptoms. It was flu-like, sore throat. That's what I thought it was. I thought nothing of it, other than that I didn't feel good. I had to start doing some long runs. We were up in Tahoe by that time in preparation, going to the event in San Francisco. I went out to do a training run. I thought I'd just go and do a quick 6 miles. I got out there, I was running a few miles, and I was just breathless. I thought maybe it was the altitude of being up in Tahoe. It's not that high, but I'm looking for what is the reason for this. And I didn't know I had COVID at that time. So I gave it a rest. I thought, well, the journey out there, I was looking for reasons, excuses. I thought, let me rest a day. I went out the day after that to do what should have been, again, a 6-8 mile run. I couldn't run a mile. I could not run a mile. I was just totally breathless. And I thought, what is going on? We had some test kits with us, so as an afterthought, we tested for COVID, and we both had it. And that was pretty much the end of my going to do the escape from Alcatraz. There's no way I could have done it. Impossible. Even though swimming is my strong point, I'm not going to swim across San Francisco Bay feeling the way I did. And certainly cycling around that hilly San Francisco, running along the beach, I couldn't do any of that. I couldn't even visualize it the way I felt. Prior to coming here, I've been to see doctors, all kinds of tests, and they all told me, yes, you have the after effects of COVID. It's in your lungs. We can see it. They could see it on the scans they did. The way I saw it in my mind was, I'm not getting full capacity of breathing. In visualizing, instead of being a full body full of air, if you like, I'm up to here. I could not breathe. I couldn't take in any kind of volume. I was still keeping up with trying to be active because I didn't want to slide backwards. I didn't want to just end up being totally inactive. But I wasn't making any improvements. The doctors that I'd seen just said, well, yeah, it'll get better one day. I would say, when? They would say, well, we don't know. We don't know enough about COVID. It affects some people more than others in different ways. With me, I was stuck with it. The lingering problem of COVID, it lasted for well over a year until I came here. I was referred by Star Walters, who was your triathlete, your Ironman actually, representative. One of my running friends has suggested that I contact Star because she knew that Star was coming here. I'm on my 12th session now. After about I think probably about 4 sessions, I think it was, 3 to 4, I started to notice a difference. That the breathing was improving. It's therapeutic in itself anyway. I feel so much better after I leave here. I feel later that I had a workout on the Sonics machine. When you first asked me to step on it, I thought you were going to weigh me. So I stepped on it and you get the vibration. And yeah, you told me it'd be like doing a workout, and you're right. Yeah. After about 4 sessions, I started to notice a difference. You always think, well, could it be coincidence? Is it in my head? Is it my imagination? You can't deny the physical feeling. Now, I was running marathons. Half marathons was my thing. I'd go out and run a half marathon before and after a marathon. It was nothing. One of my friends suggested I take up cross-country skiing to avoid that kind of impact and try and help with the progress and the recovery back to full-time, full distance running. I'll be doing that after I leave here, actually, cross-country skiing. So I'm active. I'm doing a lot more than I could think was possible before I came here. I'm not at 100% yet, but I know I'm getting close to it. I'm not going to go out and run a marathon tomorrow because I have to do that build-up. You just don't get up and, it doesn't matter who you are, you just don't go out the next day and run a marathon. I mean, I'm heading in that direction. I'm on that path, no doubt about it.